Hello, everybody. So, here is part 3. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please like and subscribe. So, let's get started. We're going to start on the third house here. So, we're going to get this into frame. There we go. Okay, you don't see all of it. So. Am I having a hard time? Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, okay. So, we're going to be doing this house here the same as the first house. So, we'll start with my glasses and then with the Sunburst Yellow 917. So, here we go. So, orange over pink should be okay because red and yellow make orange. And pink is a tone of red. So we should be good. But here the blue will not make yellow. So we're going to erase it. We've changed our mind. We're not going for a blue house. Only fools never change their mind. There we go. I should have a brush not far from here. Ah, there it is. All right. Okay. So with our Jasmin, we'll go back over everything, just a very light coat because we do have mini coats to go through. I'm going to erase behind the reef because I think it was colored in blue. So, okay. With the yellowed orange 1002. Thank you, everybody. I'm getting so many likes and I'm getting new subscribers. So much fun. So that tells me that I can keep doing what I'm doing. Of course, some pages will be prettier than others. And, you know, we have different likes. You know, some people love oranges and reds and yellows. Other people like blues and purples and pinks. So we each have our likes. Sunburst Yellow 917. I will continue over here. Very lightly. Okay, with the dark brown 946. I will shade up here. With the Terracotta 944, I'll go right down to the ribbon on the sides of the icicles. With the dark brown, I'll shade here. I'll go over that with the terracotta. Come down with the terracotta lightly. Inside the reef here. Okay. Let's add in a little bit of red to remind us of the first house. The poppy red, 922, on the sides of the house. Under the ribbon. Under the... I'm chasing my words again. The reef. A little bit down here around the trees. I'll do the same under this ribbon. Under the windows. I'll be going back in with Posca for the frames of the windows, so if I do end up putting some red in there, it'll be covered by the Posca. Okay. With the dark brown, I will do the shading around the windows. Under the reef, under the windows. Well, how come I'm going in the frame so much? Oh, Lord. Here I go again. There. Let me sharpen the dark brown. I might be able to get a better aiming. There we go. So that's better. Okay, so underneath the bow, underneath the reef, under this bow here, the left side of the window, left side of the tree, casting some shade in between these two trees, the left side of the window here, underneath, the left side of the door here, underneath the reef, and on the left side of the reef, under the bow, with the terracotta, where did I put the oh, there it is. Okay, I'll blend in the browns and the shading. I'll go in on the side of the building here. This building is behind the first building here, so it's going to be a little bit shaded here, like that. It's going to be pretty dark because of the reef. Okay. All right. Let's go in with the yellowed orange 1002. Get some blending in here. We're getting lots of shades here and there, which is common with the older homes. Okay. Okay, I added the golden rod. I like this pencil color. On the bottom of the building, it's often darker, so we can add a little bit of dark brown here. And go in with the terracotta to blend that out. Let's go back in with the dark brown up here. That and the terracotta. Same thing on the second part of the house. The dark brown. Terracotta. Some more terracotta down here. Make sure that this building is darker, like that. All right. One more bit of blending, this time with the Jasmin. Jasmin 1012. Everything's looking pretty much blended. Okay, with the white, I'll just make sure that this building is lighter on this side. It's probably getting more light. There we go. The indigo blue, all of the roof area. Let's make sure that the roof area is good. All right. So we will put some shading right underneath the roof here. And then with the blue slate 1024, we will bring some of that blue down. With the white, we will blend in the bottom. I'm just gonna rub my white on some paper to make sure that I don't have the rest of the last color I used. Now with the indigo blue, I'm going to go on each line. Blend in a little bit. I'm going to sharpen my slate blue. And color in the corners of each little piece here. Okay. With the Posca, just make sure that it's working. Yeah. I'll whiten the black line just from the bottoms. Here I did the side because the light is hitting this side. I'm not going to do this side because that's darker. The icicles. Now the icicles, I will try to make them more pointy here. I dropped the blue indigo. I can add some more icicles. Try and make them a little more pointy. Okay. With the dark brown, or the dark umber 947. Oh, no, okay. The slate blue. Going into the indigo blue and just coming down with it. And then with the wool Posca. So this is the lightest. This light is coming from this way, so that's why I do this little line here. There we go. We can do the line of the ribbon on top. It'll look like there's some snow there. And little dots. We can do the top of the window here with some dots. So a little line on the top here and dots. On the top here and dots. If you don't have a Posca pen or a white jelly roll, you just don't worry about it. We'll just leave it as be. It doesn't have to be a snowy day. Right here. Let's do the tree. Can you see the tree? No, you can't. So some of this was missed. There we go. Sorry about that. I'll do the top of this door. That. Okay, let's go back to the roof. With the indigo blue, we'll do each line. We'll do this line here. We'll do under the snow. There will be shading under the snow. Okay. Some lines. We will have some darker areas when we look sometimes at some roofs. It's just with time, you know. It seems that some areas get darker, some get lighter. Okay, so let's blend. Let's make this here dark on the ends. With the slate blue, we will blend this darker area in and go in a little bit, go in a little bit. So now we're blending and transitioning. All right, with the white, we will blend more, going back and forth like that. There we go. We can go in a little bit darker under the snow here. We'll blend it out a little bit with the blue slate. There we go. Let's do the contours of all the windows. If you wanted to do the window frames with browns, that would be pretty as well. Let me been using this Posca pen a lot. I think what I'm going to do, if you can see, yeah, you can. All right. Sometimes what I like to do is get myself a bunch of white on the paper, if you don't want to. No. Oh well. Okay. You see, I shook it without the cover, and that's what happens. Oh boy. Okay, so I got a dollop of white here. So you see, it got it started, so sometimes it just helps. Right, so what I did was try to get some extra paint to come out, you see here? And then I just go ahead and use my favorite Posca and get it started that way. I've been using this one for 2 months now, so I guess it's starting to have less Posca. There we go. I could put some Posca in the right-hand corner. I'm going to use the left-hand corner for a darker blue. There we go. Let's take the indigo blue and go in the left-hand corner here and just add a little shading. There we go. Whoop. A few more here. Okay, a little bit of shading under the bow, under the heart. And let's get our dark brown here. Make sure that we have enough shade here, and let's just put down a base coat, layers, very light layer of dark umber. All right, we'll go in with the light umber 941 and do the outside of this door, the bottom. Let's get some jasmine. Add a little bit of jasmine here and there. A little bit of Terra Cotta. I'm going ruffle. I'm going not evenly. 915 lemon yellow. Let's put in a little bit of a yellow in here. And orange, let's put some little orange where it will be accepted, because now we just about have no more tooth left. So there. Our heart needs a little bit more white here. Okay. So let's just contour the door a little bit like this, give it some interest. Let's get the black jelly roll, the doorknob, like that. All right. We're gonna want some more snow on the roof. We'll want to contour the snow. And go in the snow with some slate blue. Try not to touch the Posca because it's not dry yet. Some snow up here on the chimneys. Let's contour the snow. Right, we'll try not to touch the Posca and just go inside with the slate blue. There we go. Some snow on the roof. We'll have accumulated in the corners. We'll have a little bit here. corner. On top of the chimneys. Okay, so let's go ahead and do these smoke lines. So I'll just follow the lines this way. Okay, let's go in with our 10% gray, right? Are we completely in view? Yes. Okay. And then with the blue slate on the tops and the white, blend that in. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say this one here. So we're not doing all of them, just every once in a while. This is blue slate, yeah. Okay. With the white, blend that in. Here we go. Let's do this little one here. Please like and subscribe. It's always nice to see people are on board. I love all the little messages that I've received in the comments. I know that not everybody is comfortable with commenting, and that's okay, you don't have to. All right, so let's go ahead with the white pen, our Posca pen here. And I know that we'll be going over them with some silver pen jelly roll. It came out, you know, eventually things come out. That's so funny. So we're going to do some more of that beautiful blue sky. And we're going to add to the snow on the bottom of the page. Let's put some snow on top of this chimney, the bottom, the top, the bottom. All right. Okay, so I'm going to leave the rest of this for our next color along. And go down to the snow on the bottom of the page. All right, so I'll come back to this. Okay, so let's get the bottom in view. All right, let's drink some water. I'm going to take out the non-photo blue 919. So it's going to just bring the blue down because we used this blue in the sky. So if we bring some of this down, the page will be more cohesive or balanced. The colors will be more balanced. So just on the very ends here. Okay. And then we'll blend that out with the slate blue. And then with the cloud blue, we can go up a bit more with our blending. And we finish off with the white. There we go. Okay, so with the slate blue, we blend in the non-photo blue. Then with our lightest blue, cloud blue 1023. And then we finish off with the white. Okay. And then with our Posca pen, little dots over here. Wherever you see a little black dot, you can go over it with the Posca. So every little black line is being covered. Okay, so that's how we'll be doing the snow all over. We could put some snow on top of our star here. And I'm just going to shape it a bit. Needs a bit of help. So we can put some snow on the ends. On this side as well. make sure that we have snow on the window sills here. Down here. It's probably a snowy night. A little bit on the house. There's going to be snow on the reef, on the bow. Bricks. All right. The icicles need to be white. We're going to add some. Icicles will be hanging from the roof. I'll go and fix those with white. Okay. There will be, let's stick the indigo blue here. The ends here. The ends here. Can we see the tops there? Okay. With the slate blue, we'll extend this. I have to add some blue here. Every little line here we will do with the indigo blue. And with the white, we're going to have to sharpen it. I'll go in between each indigo line that I made. With the indigo, I will color the line up there and now down here, just in the ends here. All right, now I'm going to sharpen the indigo and go ahead on the roof. Under each tile and under the snow, there will be shade. All right, so under each tile, there will be some shading. That. The blue slate. Extend this out. And the cloud blue for the middle. Now, we'll go and just blend a little bit of that indigo blue under the tiles and under the snow. Okay, that window up here will have some shading on this side, right here and underneath, like that. And the frame will be white. With some snow there. This star needs help. Okay. When the Posca will be dry, I'll have to try and go back with the gold jelly roll. This little ledge here should be blue. Let's go back into the tiles and add some indigo under the cloud. All right, with the blue slate, we can go very lightly and just add a little bit of color. Okay. I feel like I want to just go very lightly around the window here. And there will be snow falling. We have our little bird here. If we just contour a little bit, just so we see it. with the black jelly roll under the bird. And the little feet. It's so tiny we don't really see it very much. Okay, let's do these tiles here. Let's just add a bit of blue slate there. Here. Here. Okay. So what I did there was just, I went in and put some dots where I want the white to be. And then I went ahead and did a line. And I took my white pencil and just dragged out a little bit of that Posca out. So the white is spread a little bit further. Okay, so with our indigo, we do each tile. Essentially, it's below the tile, the line. Have some shade here underneath and on the left. And this house is further up, so it'll be putting some shading on this roof. Let's continue our tiles. Let's go in with a slate blue and blend this in a little bit. The shading will be blended in a little bit. And each tile will be blended in a little bit. And I'll go back with the indigo. I turned the pencil in my hand to keep the point sharp. And I'll just go very, very lightly over everything just to add a little tint of blue. There we go. Now, when we look at the window here, let's blend out that blue a little bit, the indigo blue that we put in the left corner. And then we can put some snow on the right side of the window. Some snow on the ribbon. I'll just go outline the top of the ribbon and go on like this. There's going to be some snowflakes here. All right, some snowflakes a little bit here on the bricks. And it's snowing, so these little wood pieces. I'm just going to put in a bit of light in each. These ones here. Okay. Let's put a dot of white, just a dot in each light. I'm going in on top of my dot a few times to make sure that the white dot is white enough. Okay. I'm going to get out the light umber 941. Go out on the outside of this frame. There's an inside of the frame, so we're going to go and just darken the corner and outside. What's this? I don't know what that is. I'll put it in gold. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but go ahead and color it in gold. All right. After the light umber, we'll go in with our 915 lemon yellow and just lighten up the rest of this door. Okay. Am I in the frame? Oh. Okay, just like that. Let's go in with some terracotta and do some lines upwards, downwards. Some dark umber 947. I'll do the same thing. Little lines here and there. There we go. And with the jasmine, we'll go in the lightest areas. Blend it in. Go in with some dark umber again and just add some depth to the door. Let's do this line here. Go back with the jasmine on the lighter areas. Okay. With the black, I'm just going to contour the dome. Oh, V there. Okay, now for the stairs, I'll draw a line under her black line. And each step contours here will help to identify that it is a stair. This here, this pillar, do we have the pillar in? Yes, okay. I'll go in with the black. Underneath the ribbon. On the side of the pillar. It will be darker on this inside here. There we go. On this side it won't be as dark, but it will be a little darker. Because it's round, so it'll be darker on each side. With the dark umber, no, not with the dark umber. Okay, I was doing this in brown. Okay, with the golden rod, where do I have my golden rod? I don't know where I put it, so I'm going to take instead the yellow ochre. I'll color in the insides. All right. With the indigo blue, I'll just go ahead and make the sides dark here. And then with this slate blue, and then with the white, I'll take the white Posca and just make sure this is nice and white. Okay. All right, so for the stairs, I'll go in with the 10% gray under that black and just let it come out a little bit. On the ends here especially, right? The end of this stair will probably be a little bit darker than the rest. And then I'll just go ahead and color in the rest. And then with the white in the middle, good. There we go. I'm going to erase a bit of this blue stairs. I don't know why I was putting the stairs blue, but when we're coloring, we can have any color we want. There are no restrictions. But I like that a little bit better. With the indigo blue, I'll come into these windows here. Like that. With the slate blue, I'll just do a little bit more color. There we go. Now, do we have enough snow here? Snow right here. Let's make this white for the snow. All right. So I think for today, this will be okay. And we'll be able to finish this up tomorrow. Unless I just take a little break and come back in a few minutes. I shall see. So, I'll probably come in and do a little bit more. We'll see, right? Like and subscribe this video. Thank you. Bye. So I decided to come back and do the sky. So if you want to see how I continue the sky, but since I've already done parts of the sky, maybe you'll want to skip the rest of this video. So I'm going in with the Indanthrone blue 208 for the top here. I'm happy with how this is turning out. I'm going to do a little transition area here. The next color is Cerulean Blue 103. So I'm going to come into the transition area, a little bit into the Indanthrone. I absolutely love this color combo. I discovered it during the snowman coloring. And I said, oh, I have to continue using this combo in other pages. Okay, I'm going to do a transition area. So you don't have to listen to the rest of this video if you already know how to do this sky from the other parts that we've done. But then if you're somebody that just really likes to follow along for every part, well then you'll be able to have it here. Okay, let me bring this down here. So here I'm with the non-photo blue 919. So all the colors are listed in the description. So have you liked this video and subscribed? Now's the time to do it if you want. So we've had a snowstorm today. Lots of snow. Thankfully, I don't have to shovel because there's quite a bit. So I can stay in and color and enjoy my evening. Okay, so I'm going to start with the lightest color, which is Cloud Blue 1023, over the house here, right up to the clouds here. I'm going in circles. Okay, and right down here. There we go. With the non-photo blue, very lightly. The next color is Cerulean Blue 103. I'm going to go in very small circles because this pencil doesn't blend the same way the others do. If I don't take my time, it doesn't look too good. So if I go slowly, blend, tiny circles, then it blends better. These little pillars, I'll continue the same way I did this part here. Okay. I'm going to go in with the non-photo blue up here. I've already put the cloud blue in. I'm not going to go too heavy. Just putting in lightly. Okay, and now back with the Cerulean Blue 103. Okay, with the non-photo, I'm going to come up from the house here. If I follow what I've done here, So I'll just do a thin line of cerulean blue up to the cloud like I did here. Then the non-photo blue. Go back with cerulean just to get it a little bit more pigment. And blend it out with the non-photo blue. Okay, I'm going to try and get this a little bit darker to match this side here. All right, let's get some snow coming down here. Okay. All right, so cerulean and the non-photo blue to blend it. Good. Okay. I wanted to also, like over here, I've added some blue slate on a couple of lines of smoke. So I'm going to do the same thing here on this one here. With the blue slate. Let's do another one. Let's say this one here. Okay. And let's get one from, starting from the chimney. And I'm going to go over that with the white. Okay, let's get some white. Blend that out. Okay. So I'm trying to wear some long sleeve sweaters so that I can just lay it there instead of putting the sheet of paper, since it's kind of nicer for you to be able to see the page. So with paper, I'm hiding part of the page. So okay, so with the cloud blue, I'll color the cloud here. Then with the 10% gray, I'll go over on top of the line here, on the bottom here, on top of the line here. I can bring in some of that blue just by blending outside the line. I get some of that blue. Okay, now with the Posca pen, so I'll have some of this line showing, so I'm just going to fix that up. The tractor, I can hear him cleaning up the driveway. There we go. With this silver, we will outline what we've done in white. We'll go over that with the silver. We have some sparkle in this jelly roll. You might not see it in the camera, but when I'm turning the coloring book pages, then I get to see the pretty sparkles. I go around the cloud. I'll probably go over these a couple of times to make sure that the lines are nice and smooth. Not sure if it's better with the white lines that I did it first and then with the silver. Maybe I shouldn't have put the white, I don't know. I'm going to compare with this one here, see which one I prefer. Why not compare? I can always come back in with the black jelly roll. Time will tell what I prefer. There. Okay, so which do you prefer? This side where we go directly on the black line with the jelly roll? Or do you prefer this where we went with white and after we went over the white with the jelly roll? I think I prefer this one where I've kept the black lines and gone over with the jelly roll. And of course I'm going to color inside as I did the other ones. Yeah, I prefer this one actually. Huh. Okay. So with the Posca, I have a star over here. Okay, so we'll continue this into the next video, and yeah, I'm really happy with how it's looking. So take care, everybody. Like and subscribe. Take care. See you soon.